So you mentioned that Tableau is a very interactive program. Um, could you give us an example of how to interact with the filters in order to discover patterns in the data?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Tableau is a great service and one that is very interactive. And there's a couple forms of interaction that it allows for. One of them being tooltips. So tooltips are if you hover over any of the visuals here, you can see some maybe extra information that wasn't covered in the visual itself. So if it's hard to see what bar represents to what advisor, then you can just hover over and allow for an easy visual there. Another main interactive part of Tableau is the filters. And so we have three filters here on the left-hand side, and let's play around with one of them. So if we choose this personal readiness, and maybe we're curious to see the data for those that were really ready to transition their business. So we can go ahead and select 6, and all the cards and all the figures here will update to just show the respondents that chose 6 when selecting their personal readiness. We can see that there is 36 of those respondents, and then all of these other visuals have updated now to reflect the answer choices of those 36 individuals. And for example, we can see here that the answer choices are kind of similar to the whole group as a large. Accountants, other business owners, and attorneys remain among the top 3, um, as well as that a majority of the respondents don't have a team of advisors, and that only a few of them do have a team of advisors. If we want to go further into this, maybe we're curious to see if they're really personally ready to transition and their business is really ready to transition. Let's see what happens here. We see now we only have 15 responses. So of those 36 that had a 6 score in personal readiness, 15 of them also had a 6 score in their business readiness. And we can kind of explore the data here as well. Let's go ahead and reset these filters, and then we can explore the last one, which covers SPDC regions. So like I mentioned in my previous video, SPDC regions are areas that have small business development centers. And to learn more information, click on this image here. So we can go ahead and kind of filter the respondents by region. Let's say we wanted to just focus on businesses in the Twin Cities metro area. We can go ahead and do that and see that there are 145 businesses. So a majority of the respondents that we received on this survey were from the Twin Cities metro area, and the responses here line up pretty similar to the overall group as a whole. Another great aspect about it is we can select multiple regions. So if we were wanting to know about the Northeast and the Northwest, so all the northern regions, we can go ahead and select both of them and discover the results here as well. So feel free to play around with these filters and tooltips on the dashboard on our Google site and explore the data and discover trends in the data that you would like to see.